Hello and welcome to a new video. I want to show you my favorite new World of Warcraft server, Nostrum. In this video I will tell you everything you need to know about this new special Wrath of the Lich King server, which honestly respects your time. Nostrum is not only removing every pressure you felt in World of Warcraft for the last years, it's also bringing you a complete new World of Warcraft experience through its special release roadmap. Let's dive into it. If you have followed this channel, you know the private server scene has felt like it's been on fire lately. Lawsuits, shutdowns, drama. And underneath all of that, there's a lot of new servers popping up, but most of them are dead on arrival. WoW players jumping into new fresh servers like hungry hyenas, racing to max level as fast as humanly possible. The hardcore players hit endgame in about a week, as if it were a deadline at work. The casuals fall behind, the population spreads levels and zones, and suddenly the world feels empty. And not only the world, also the players. I'm personally done with this pattern, and a lot of you watching this are exactly the same. You are in your 30s or 40s, you've got a job, maybe a family, limited time to play. You log in after the kids are asleep and the server's already moved on without you. I'm one of those players too now. I've got an 8-month-old son at home, which means my World of Warcraft time looks completely different than it did a few years ago. It comes in short windows when it comes at all. On a normal server, that's a death sentence. You fall behind the grind and never catch up. So when I tell you this server is built for the player with no time, understand that I know what I'm talking about. Nostrum is built almost stubbornly around not doing that to you. Nostrum respects your time and honestly wants you to enjoy the game again. The server is built technically on a standard 3.3.5 alpha client with Azeroth core, the same open source engine that powers Chromicroft. It's a Wrath of the Lich King server with no classic plus, nothing too exotic. It has some cool features unlike normal Wrath servers like cross-faction, special events, but I will tell you all of that in detail in a second. What makes Nostrum unusual isn't the tech, it's the structure. On Nostrum, you don't rush to level 80 and endgame. Nobody does, because you can't. Everyone starts at level 1 in vanilla content and the entire server is kept at the same level. Phase 1 kept everyone at level 19. Phase 2, which the server is in right now, opened it to the next cap of 29. And it climbs from there step by step. Every few weeks, the max level cap increases until level 80. And that also goes content-wise. The server will first release the whole vanilla content cycle, like Molten Core, BWL, up to Nostrums, before it goes into Outland and the Burning Crusade, and then finally Northrend and Wrath with Death Knights locked until the Wrath phase opens. The whole population moves up the ladder as one, and you don't have to feel pressure or FOMO. The current phase runs at normal 1x experience, proper Blizz-like pace, but every previous phase gets a 2x catch-up experience. So if you join late, you sprint through the old brackets and land right back in the crowd. Nobody gets left behind by design. And here's why that one design choice quietly changed the game for me. The level cap is low. I can level fast, hit it, and that's it. There's no grind stretching out in front of me, no guild for logging off. I'm capped, I'm caught up, I'm done until the next phase. And I can just enjoy the game, doing some low-level PvP, leveling an alt, or just do something completely else. For someone whose playtime arrives in between baby naps or at evenings, that's not a small thing. That's the difference between a game that relaxes me and a game that stresses me out. And I haven't felt so good for doing a few levels as I felt on Nostrum. Some dungeon runs and quests felt like true accomplishment again. But before we continue with the video, I want to present to you a new partner on this channel, Into DM. Into DM is a team of American artists and creators who develop clothing since 2012 with a great vision. They see clothing as a canvas to express what drives you. What exactly does that mean? Into DM sells clothes for gamers with unique designs. But they are also great for casual occasions. I was able to pick out a few items from the selection and decided on a snapback cap, this cool black t-shirt with a Japanese design, and a casual white t-shirt with a logo. I will wear the black t-shirt in the summer, and the plain white t-shirt pairs great with sweaters or jackets when I go out with my wife. The clothes are high quality, well designed and really comfortable. I'm absolutely impressed by their quality. Check out Into the Air and use the code WHITE to get 10% off your order. Just click the link in the video description to get to their shop. If you're ordering from Europe, delivery might take a little longer right now due to customs, so please keep that in mind. For my American viewers, there are absolutely no restrictions. Feel free to check Into the Air out to get some great new clothes for the summer. Now let's go back to the video. And it seems like I'm not the only one enjoying it. The server already hit about 1k players online, growing daily. For a small server, that's quite good. And keep in mind, they are not spread at different level brackets, all at your level, so you will always find people to do something together. So basically, it doesn't feel like only 1000, it feels like a whole busy capital city. Stormwind actually has a lot of people in it, the auction house moves, the low-level battleground brackets have real queues, and your dungeon will pop up. It just works insanely good. So what differs Nostrum from other Wrath of the Lich King servers? Even without Classic Plus features, Nostrum has some unique design features. First, on Nostrum, you're playing cross-faction. This means Horde and Alliance are playing together. Connected dungeons, battlegrounds, auction house, world chat, mail, trade, guilds. Alliance and Horde can group together. Dungeon Finder pools both sides. Battlegrounds, auction house, and player-to-player trade, the mail system, and even mixed guilds. All of it works across the faction line. There's a single global world chat for the entire server. The RAM sits at around population of 55% Alliance and up to 46% Horde, but functionally, you can group with anyone who's online anyway. The faction wall, the thing that killed small servers by splitting an already small population in half, is completely gone here. And then there's the quality of life list. You get dual spec at level 19 for only 1 gold. You can respec your talents, always kept at 1 gold, it never escalates. If you like to actually experiment with builds, you can do it here easily. You get a 12 slot back mailed to you at the second you log in, so you're not playing inventory Tetris on the first 10 levels. You have instant mail between players. You get gold mailed at you every 10 level milestone, so from level 20 to 80. You have transmog, you have a 1 vs 1 ranked arena, and you earn experience and battlegrounds whether you win or lose, and the first daily win is doubled. Objective gives bonus, and AFK players get nothing, as they deserve. At the end of Phase 1, the devs also ran a special custom event. Right before Phase 2, Nostrum ran its first piece of real custom content, a world boss called Gormal the Thornbound, rising in the Thorn Hills near Ratchet. The players could fight together against this world boss. It was just a fun event for the community to enjoy the game. Now on other servers, you would think this boss has dropped some powerful gear with locked rewards only to the people who showed up to generate some FOMO. Well, no. Nostrum did the opposite. The team said outright they didn't want event rewards to disturb the natural progression of the realm, so the rewards are mostly symbolic. Everyone present can finish the quest, so even players who couldn't make the live event still can get to take part in it. So the world boss was basically a celebration and not a grind. And the community showed up for the event. That event pulled an all-time peak of nearly 1,480 players online at once, which was a huge spike in the player base. That basically was a bit too much for the server. It had a lot of lag and got really rough. The pings were spiking into the thousands and a few clients were crashing. But after this, the devs already upgraded the server, so it is more stable for the upcoming ones. And when I played on the server, I never had any problems with lag or anything else like crashes. It's really stable. Okay, so all these features, honestly, nothing of this is revolutionary. Most of it has existed on other servers for years. What's interesting isn't any single feature, it's what is missing. There is nothing on the server built to slow you down, so you will want to pay to skip it. No artificial grind wrapped around a donation button or pay to win. Friction is just gone. It's just there to have fun together without pressure. And every feature points in exactly this direction. Also, the dev team's reaction speed tells the same story. Just one example are Warlock shards. If you played a Warlock, you know how annoying it is that those shards don't stack up, they just take up your inventory slots. Players have complained about this in the Discord, and the devs read it, agreed it was reasonable, and shipped an update to make this quality of life update so those can stack. It's just a small detail detail, but it shows how they care for the server and for the community feedback. And of course, not everything is perfect. Features like this are bringing their own problems. It's a fresh server, and there are rough edges. Min-maxed hunters absolutely run the low-level PvP bracket, classic twink gameplay. Dungeon queues can drag out when tanks and healers are scarce, depending on the time of the day, as it is on every server. It's the normal teething of a young server, not the structural rot that kills those projects. There is one more part which is really important on Nostrum. After Blizzard's recent actions against WoTLK WoW and Project Ascension, nobody knows if the private servers will be safe in the future. The main reason they were able to go with a RICO act against those server structures were the fact that they monetized their content through their own shops and donation points as own currency. On Nostrum, there is no shop. Nostrum staff said the server will never be pay to win. Nostrum takes a different approach. Donations are accepted for hosting and infrastructure only. And the rules state in plain language that a donation entitles you to nothing in-game. No item, no currency, no service priority, no staff favor, not even a cosmetic, not a thank you mount or anything else. The funding runs on a basic donation page, the team works for free in their spare time, and that's it. Think about what that forces, because nothing in the design pushes you towards the donation page. The donation page has to compete on its own merits, which is just genuine support for a project you might like. The respec cost is flat, the experience rate has no paid boost, the progression is the progression, there is no second paid version of this game running underneath the free one. This makes the server not completely immune to Activision Blizzard, but it's way harder for them to go after Nostrum. Also, it's not a Classic Plus server, which Blizzard seems to target mainly at the moment for their own release, so I feel kinda safe on Nostrum to play. Nostrum is a new server which grows real and organic. The faith level lock progression genuinely solves the "is the server alive" problem in a way the raw player count undersells. Cross-faction removes the friction. The quality of life changes wipe out the worst busy work without gutting nostalgia. The donation model is, as far as I can tell, the cleanest anti-pay-to-win stance in the scene right now. And the team has grown. They brought on a new core developer and more moderators. Also on a side note, they moderate hard there. There is a zero tolerance for the usual toxicity and racism, which has earned them some loud enemies on Reddit. In my opinion, that's a great way to moderate a server. If people on Reddit hate you, you know you do the right thing. What I'm not sure about is how they handle the server costs when more people are joining. A donation-only model has to pay real hardware bills, and they were already doubling the hardware a few weeks in. Goodwill doesn't always cover a server bill at scale, and the real test will begin when endgame and raids start and more people coming in. Also, the situation with Blizzard is currently hanging over all private servers like the sword of Damocles. We have to see how this will develop in the future. I, for myself, enjoy my time on Nostrum a lot. Maybe it's not going to stand forever. I have watched servers I love not make it, and I know how that ends. But this one fits my life in a way almost nothing has since my son was born. I can play a bit in between, level, log off, and haven't fallen behind because nobody can run ahead. I honestly had low expectations because Wrath of the Lich King isn't really my preferred content choice, but I was surprised how much I enjoyed Nostrum. If you are already playing there or you're thinking about rolling something fresh as the next phase opens, drop it in the comments. I genuinely want to hear from people who've been there since launch. Thank you very much for watching. If you found this useful, consider to like, subscribe and hype this video for more World of Warcraft content in the future. If you want to support my content, you can do it on Ko-fi, link is in the video description. It allows me to spend the time digging into servers and create content and guides for it. Also, make sure to check out my partner Into DM for some great clothings for the summer. Special thanks goes out to my channel members who support me with their hard-earned real-life money. You guys are just awesome for supporting me for such a long time now. Thank you so much. I hope you all enjoyed the video. See you in the next one.